Native Americans by Caoimhe and
Aodbha. Pocahontas was born on the 1596 March. Pocahontas was captured and held for ransom by the Anglo-Indian hostiles in 1613. Pocahontas became very sick and died before leaving England. She was only 22 and had already earned a spot in history.
Sitting Bull. He was born into the Lakota tribe in 1831 in present-day South Dakota. Nearly at age 13, Sitting Bull was a warrior. He often fought both other Native American tribes and American soldiers. Sitting Bull died in 1819. He is still remembered and revered by the Lakota people for his fearlessness. Homes. In the Great Lakes region, where forests were plentiful, they built homes called wigwams. Most wigwams were 8 to 10 feet tall. They were made from wooden frames and covered with wooden mats and strips of birch bark. Often wigwams were built in a dome or cone shape. Mats covered the floor and extra mats would be added for warmth.
In the southern plains, some tribes built homes called grass houses. They looked similar to wigwams, but were made with different materials. Like wigwams, they were often bent into a dome or beehive shape. Since grass is plentiful on the prairie, grass houses were attached with long prairie grass. Grass houses could be very large, sometimes as tall as a tree, or 4-story built. That's a lot of grass.
In the southeastern United States, the raised wattle and dough process. The first step in building these homes were building a frame, usually from cane, vines, or wood. The frame would then be coated clay or mud. These homes took a lot of effort to build. They also required a warm, dry filament in order to dry the mud or clay. Because so much work went into building wattle doughs, they were for permanent use. This meant they were well suited to Aodbha people who tended to settle in one place rather than move around.
Famous Native Americans. Native Americans endured many wars and loss of their land. Their history is marked by many tragedies. However, those tragedies and defeats have not kept them from making many achievements.
There are many famous Native American chiefs, but Native Americans have also many other contributors, though you'll find a short list of famous Native Americans who each left their mark on American culture. It is here. Turkey wrote the Turkey alphabet. The alphabet was very easy to learn, so most of the Turkey became literally in a short time. Dr. Charles Anderson Eastman, a seer of the author Dr. Eastman, helped found the Boy Scouts of America. Sam Worthy when 11 Southern states seized from the Union in 1860 to 61. Some Turkey supported the company. Sam Worthy was a Turkey leader and a British general in the Conference Army. Ira Hayes is a Premium leader who served the USA Army in World War II. He was one of the American soldiers who raised the USA flag over to Germany.
Will Rogers. Rogers is famous as a writer, actor, and social commentator. He was also a Native American descent and grew up on Oklahoma Indian Territory. William Mankiller. Mankiller was the first woman allocated to be chef of the Cherokee people in 1985. Pocahontas, even though she was only a young girl. Pocahontas helped the Jamestown colony survive its first winter by food. She also married a colonist and became a celebrity in England.
Native American food. Many tribes supplied mostly hunting and fishing in the Arctic and extreme northern parts of North America. Most tribes relied entirely on the hunting and fishing. This reason for the war was simple. Nothing would grow there. Other tribes hunted most big game like buffalo or caribou. The Aodbha tribe most moved frankly in order to follow their herds. Almost all the tribes hunted at least part of their food. Most tribes hunted deer and rabbits and caught fish in the river and lake. Native Americans felt very strong that they should not waste food, so they were careful to eat all the animals that they killed.
Agriculture or farming was very common among native tribes. Farming was most common among settled tribes who did not move around very often. It was most advanced in the southern United States, where the warm climate created a long growing season. The tribes of the southeast developed special methods for growing their food. They used irrigation, crop rotation, planted wide breaks to ensure their crop. The end.